shown at the right. Since all students in the school were surveyed, these ratios are the population ratios. Okay, because everybody was surveyed. The students in a math class had an assignment to collect random samples of 20 students in the school and compare the sample ratio to the population ratio. The results are shown below. Find each sample ratio for those who prefer theirs and write it as a percent. Alright, so in sample 1, 13 of the students said that they prefer the bears. So we're just going to put the people who prefer the bears over the total that was surveyed. And then we're just going to find the percent. So 13 divided by 20 is 65%. Alright, then the second one was 16. So once again, 16 divided by 20 gives me 80%. And then the last one is 15 divided by 20. And that percent is what? 75. Alright, so it says, do these sample ratios support the findings that 70% of the entire school population prefer the mascot named bears? Alright, so what you do with your samples is you take those 3% and we add them together. So 65, 80, and 75, which is 220, and we divide it by 3. So we're basically finding what is the average of those 3 samples. It's actually 73.3 and it repeats, so we're just going to round it to 73%. Okay? So our population was 70 and our sample is 73. So it says, does it support the findings? So it's not that far off. So we are going to say, yes, the 73% supports the 70% of the population. Now, if the average was like 80 or 85, then I would say, no, it's too far away. But 73 isn't that far from that 70%, so it's pretty close. Okay? Alright, so the Turn and Talk says, why are the sample ratios different from the population ratio? So anybody have an idea of why they think they're different?
The sample is like small bits of the whole population.
Yep. Sample is a bit of the entire population. Yep, it's like a little snippet of the actual population. Alright, so we are actually going to conduct a sample ourselves. So basically it says that a bagel shop offering regular or toasted bagel makes the claim shown. Use each method to explore how much variation can be expected from a sample. Construct a mock population. Place 60 red pieces of paper for toasted and 40 blue pieces of paper for not toasted in a bag. Randomly select 10 pieces of paper from the bag and record the results in the column for sample 1. Be sure to return each piece of paper to the bag before you draw another piece. Repeat step B.
Who has that much colored paper?
I don't know. We're to put it in, well, maybe. We'll put it in the chat.
Your audio's going in and out.
I know. Oh, I know why. My fan was on. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I just sent you the link in the chat. I believe it's in the chat.
Oh, that's funny. As soon as you posted it, Miss Smith posted something too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go to the actual website.
Interactive marbles.
Yep. So we're going to use marbles instead of paper. All right. So we're going to change what we want here. So we actually want 60 red and 40 blue. And of course we want 0 and 0 purple. Order doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter what we put first. And we are going to replace the marbles. Okay? And we're going to do 10 trials.
Let me see this.
Wait, so how many red?
60 red. Can you not see my screen?
Well, I have my thing kind of minimized.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
Okay, so 60 red and 40 blue. Order doesn't matter, and replace marbles. And then where it says trials, you're going to type in 10. But once again, you can either do your own or you can use the one that I'm going to do. All right. So then you're going to click on Run Trial. And then you can see that the first time I did it, I got 6 red and 4 blue. So my ratio would be 6 to 10, which is 60%. Okay, so then next time you're going to, so every time you do it, you're going to have to clear stats.
So where do we put the 7 to 10 or 6 to 10? Like, do we write that down somewhere?
Yeah, hold on. You're going to write it in on page 406. See if I can go back and forth this way. All right, you see it? So 6 to 4. The ratio is 6 to 10, and then I put 60% down there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's see if I can go back to the website and y'all can still see it. Can you still see the website now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so clear stats, and then I'm going to hit Run Trial. Now I have 4 red, 6 blue. So then that would be 4 to 10, which is 40%. Okay, so clear the stats again. Run trial. Now I have 5 and 5. So 5 over 10 and 50%. Okay, so that's what you should have. 6, 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, and this is what you got. And if you want to, as you go, plot them down here, you can. So like I have 160, I have 140, and I have 150 so far. All right. Clear stats. Run trial. So another 6 to 4. So 6 to 10, 60%. All right, clear it. Run trial. 5 to 5. 5 to 10, 50%. All right, clear again. Run trial. Ooh, we've never gotten that one. 10 and 0. So that one would be 100%. Clear. Run trial. 4 to 6, so 4 to 10, 40%. Another 4 to 6. Clear. 5 to 5. All right, and I think I have one more left. Clear, run trial, 4 to 6, 4 to 10, 40%. All right, so this is what you should have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is what you should have. All right, so now we are going to compare the ratios, right? So that means I need to add all the percents. So I have 440, so that would be 160. This would be 150, and 60 and 60 would be 120, and a 100. So we're going to add all those together. Am I going too fast? Hold on. Let me go to the...
Yeah, hold on, I need to log into the thingy.
Do what?
I need to, like, put the thing into, like, the sample ratios of red paper thing.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to add 160, 150, 120, and 100. So this is 530, and I'm going to divide it by 10. So that should be 53%.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you get those numbers underneath, like, the thing?
Oh, because I have 40% and I have 4 of them. So 4 times 40 was 160.
Oh, okay.
And I have 3 at 50, so that's 150. I had 2 at 60, which is 120, and 1 at 100.
Wow, you're so far away from the 60. I got 58.
Yeah, I'm way far away. So my sample is not very close. But 58 is definitely very close. Now, when I did it with my other class, my 4th period class, we were right on. We were right at 60. So this is all going to depend on your sample, right? So our sample, I think, is kind of far away, my sample. But if you did it on your own, your sample may be closer, okay? So I want you to put, so if you're close, I want you to put yes. The sample ratio is close to the population ratio. But like on mine, 53 is it's kind of away from 60%. All right, so that kind of goes with the turn and talk. It says, how can repeated random samples of the sample size from a population help you understand the variation in a sample ratio? Well, as you can see, Xander said he was at 58. I was at 53. Somebody else may have had something else. And if we could do it all over again, and we may get 60. So you're taking pieces of that population, and you're just going to get different samples.
I got 50%.
Yeah, so you were even further away than I was, right? So it just all depends on the sample. So all depends on the sample. And that goes with that variation. Some people will get right on, and some people will get close, and some people will be way far away. All right, questions. I mean, it's that easy. So you take the sample, figure it out. Is it close to the sample or not? All right, so you have the website, right? I'm not so much worried about the check understanding because that's just comparing the 16 to 20 versus the 75%. So we know that 16 over 20 is 80. So 80 is close to 75, so that one would be okay. So I'm not so much worried about check understanding, okay? All right, so you guys are doing the on your own today. It's 2 problems, but it's 2 lengthy problems. So what you're going to do here is you're going to look at sample 1, because my 4th period class was kind of confused. And you're going to tell me how many of these numbers are between 1 and 65, and that's what you're going to write here. And then how many of these numbers are between 66 and 100. And then you're going to write the ratio of the 1 to 65. And then kind of do what we just did. Okay? And then for the back, you're going to use the website that I sent you. And you're going to change it to 10 blue and 40 green. And then put zeros for the red and the other color. Okay? So any questions? Of course, I will be here. So if you have any questions as you're going on and you're working, I am here for help. Okay? All right, go ahead and get started.